I want to show you Storehouse, which is my favorite app for creating digital stories on the iPad. Basically, it allows you to create incredible multimedia rich stories that have amazing photos in them and that really take up the full screen real estate of the iPad. You can also have beautiful videos in your stories that autoplay, nice headlines. There's a nice consistency to this app. It was actually designed by Mark Quano, who was a user experience evangelist at Apple and participated in a lot of Apple projects like iPhoto. And you can really see that this guy really knows a lot about design and user experience and what's possible with the iPad, because the reality is most iPad apps don't make very good use of the experience, the intuitive tactile experience, but this is one app that will really blow you away in how it actually uses the new technology of the iPad. So basically you log in, you get your home screen here, you can explore what other people are sharing on Storehouse right now, you can follow people and whatnot. Let's look at the story of the day here. Comes up here, there's an article here on Marin County near San Francisco, and you just see right away it's a full screen title page, nice typography. Scrolling through, you get a little information about the author, a link to their website and social media. You can follow them. This guy looks pretty cool. I'm going to follow him. So the fog rolls in. You see these just beautiful high-resolution pictures of San Francisco and the Bay Area around San Francisco. So really nice. You can kind of choose the panels you use of your photos, smaller photos. And if you say you want to zoom in on that, boom, zoom in. And I can just kind of use a gesture to then close that picture and it slides back into place. Beautiful photography in here, and then you can like it and you can comment, and you see there's already a number of comments. People are liking this post a lot, and you can also share it on Facebook and Twitter. So really beautiful interface. And to leave this, I just swipe. I just kind of like pinch and swipe, boom, and then I can go to the next one. So I'm going to show you how you can create your own digital stories on this app. So in the top left, you'll see a little human person icon. You click on that, it pulls up your area. I have one story I created. Basically, I wrote a post about tropical paradises where you can be a digital nomad or an expat and work online and live pretty cheaply and enjoy paradise basically. And I created this post. It just has a little bit of text, information about me. And then it has these beautiful photos that are just almost full screen that really are nice, taking full advantage of the screen real estate of the iPad. I tell a story, and you can add links now. They just actually updated the app today, June 18th, to include more features, better discovery features, better social features, and now you can insert links into your Storehouse stories. So you see here, beautiful photos. A lot of these photos I've taken from Flickr, ones I've taken in my travels as well. And you can go into Flickr, use the Creative Commons to access all sorts of stuff. Let's just take a look at how you can actually update a story. So the top right here, you'll see the Storehouse icon. I'll click on that and I'm going to edit it. So I can basically add in text. So if it's text, let me show you what it does. So you can add in basically, you can add in normal text, which is you see, the paragraphs here, the header. You see the header I use here, Oaxacan Coast, Mexico, and you can use quotes. And quotes are just kind of in between the text of the normal and the header, just to emphasize certain lines. And then you have media. So basically, you can pull up your camera roll here, and you can choose a video, or you can choose a photo right away. Super easy to do. You can also import from Instagram or Dropbox or Flickr. And I use Flickr just because I store all my photos on Flickr. Flickr allows you to store the photos at the full resolution, whereas Instagram, I wouldn't recommend importing from there. Instagram photos on the full iPad screen look terrible. They're all grainy. They're low resolution. So get your photos on Dropbox or on Flickr. Dropbox is free for 2 gigs. Flickr is actually free for 1 terabyte. So you can basically upload all your full-size photos to Flickr. You can set it up to automatically upload from your iPhone or your Android phone or your iPad as well. So really fun. You can add in videos, and then you can play around with things. Like I can click on this image and I can kind of change the size of it. Like if I wanted to make it smaller, I can just go like that. And if I want to add in a couple other images, I could add maybe 3 images here to show, you know, more details of what you can do in the Oaxacan coast here rather than just surf. But I really like this photo, and I like having just one. I like the way it can be full screen, and it's so tactile and fun to use this app. I really like it. And here for the headline, you can basically choose to update that. And there's only one font you can use right now. They're trying to keep a kind of consistent experience. So there's not a lot you can do with changing the text around or the headlines. But you know, out of the box, the typography in this app is exceptionally good. And there's not a lot of things you can do, so you can really focus on the quality of the photos and videos you're using and the quality of the story you're telling. And I like that because you know, we're not designers typically. Maybe you're a designer, but most people using this platform aren't designers. And really having too many options, like, you know, when you're using Photoshop, you can choose from thousands of fonts. But, you know, unless you're a designer, it's probably overwhelming. That kind of paradox of choice is created where it can kind of create this analysis paralysis of like, what font am I going to use? So I like the way this has a really simple experience. It makes digital storytelling easy. You can just tell your stories on your iPad and focus on the quality of the photos and the videos and the story you're telling, and not get too caught up in playing around with the text and whatnot. So this is a really beautiful app. I highly recommend downloading Storehouse, the free app. It's just updated today, actually, with a lot of new features to increase the kind of social sharing. So I'm sure there's a lot coming from this app in the future. I think the company recently raised a round of financing of, I think, close to $10 million. So there's going to be a lot of things coming up for this app. It's going to be very exciting things. And right now, you can basically share your stories, and they're hosted on storehouse.co. So you can share them on Twitter, Facebook, you know, right from the app, and then you can, you know, share the link wherever you want through email or wherever you want to put it. But you can't export your stories right now to like PDF format or EPUB format to, you know, publish them on Kindle or on iBooks. But I'm sure that's coming in the future, and I think there's a lot of huge possibilities here for digital storytelling on the iPad. And I look forward to seeing where this app goes. I'm just going to delete my changes here. And, you know, it's a pretty nice app. It's a lot of things you can do with it. And I think it is great for, you know, non-designers to tell beautiful stories on the iPad.